It is the best huddle ever, week 2. Who's hanging out with me tonight? Who do we have? Who's in the Discord tonight?
Hi, it's me, Tim.
Okay, Tim's here. Who else is here?
Sam's here.
Okay, Sam's here. Okay, let's start on what everyone did this past week. Okay, we had our first team meeting, which was awesome. We did some project road mapping. We saw, we're working on some EDA stuff, working on some progress, and that's good. And then Tim wanted to show off some stuff here, added some stuff to the slides here. Tim, what are you working on here?
It's like a Voronoi diagram to look how all the players are occupying the different spaces on the field. It's like a first part of a multi-step process, so we can use that for one of our models.
Just taking a look, I'm noticing just like the field. I'm just trying to figure out like what you're doing with the field here.
Immens Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara Messi, encara. We're talking about football, right?
Like American football.
They don't have a penalty box there.
I mean, not really. You know what like a tackle is, right?
I think so. It's like when you slide into the ball, right?
Messi, 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 Messi.
Yeah, let's just talk off stream about that one. But this is awesome. What are we working on this week? I'll just hand this off over to Sam.
All right. So I'm the little data prep monkey trying to get the data ready for the model. I'm going to share with you some of what we're working on there, but I think first and foremost, it's very important to take a look at the data. So objectives for this week were just investigate the big Datable data sets that we're given, do a little data cleaning, do a little feature engineering, get that data set ready for a tackle probability model. That's where we're going to start. It's definitely not the main goal of the project, but we felt it's probably integral to what we're doing. Let's talk about the data. We're provided with CSV files for the following. We got the players, we got the games. Those don't really have anything all that important in them, unless you're interested in Aaron Rodgers' height or weight. So we can set those to aside for now. Really, what we care about is what's going to be in the plays data frame, the tackles data frame, and tracking data is week 1 through 9. The tracking data obviously is going to contain the most vital information for a tackle probability model. So that's your X, Y, speed, direction, orientation for every player at every frame, which is going to be at 1/10 of a second. So it's good to know kind of what we're working with there. We've got all 22 players on the field. Tackles, that's got the information about the outcome we care about. Did a player record a tackle, assist, missed a tackle, or forced a fumble? And then the plays data frame has got information about the play, what type of play it was, some advanced statistics like EPA, etc. So really, plays, tackles, tracking data, that's what we're going to care about prepping for our tackle probability model. In terms of the tracking data itself, I always like to start off by standardizing the tracking data. If you haven't looked at it yet, the play directions go to the right or to the left, meaning you can have some wonkiness unless you get all the plays kind of going in the same direction. So basically, we want to take any play that has a direction equal to the left and flip the image. So everything gets flipped. We'll loop through all of our weak files and make those changes and build a master data set for our weak data. So we standardized the XY, the direction, and the orientation, and also added a nice little seconds variable since it's more intuitive to me than just frame ID. A lot of the features I like to add just give me some information about the players or the play types. So taking some of the messier columns and mutating them into something a little bit more intuitive, building an identifier for offensive position versus defensive position. We'll want that later to break the data out between the offensive players and the defenders. Also like to build a is defensive line, is linebacker, is secondary. Since we're focusing on tackling, we're focusing on the defensive side of the ball. And so knowing whether we're talking about a D lineman, a linebacker, or somebody in the secondary, given that they have different jobs, may be important as we go forward. Added a couple of flags for those variables, and then a pass run identifier. In terms of our tackle data, just did a quick look at that data set, doing some grouping and counts. Now, these counts aren't necessarily representative of plays, just counts of each action in the tackle data set. But we have about 12,000 plays. I want to see how frequently some of these things occur, because if they don't occur all that frequently, like we'll see with forced fumbles, might not be something we want to focus on as much. There's quite a few tackles. Assists, you can have multiple players with multiple assists. We'll have quite a bit of tackles and assists, and even missed tackles to work with, which is different from last year where sacks are a little bit more rare than obviously a tackle being made on a play. But we will also have some plays where no tackle's made. So that's also good to know. Next, let's look at some important attributes in the play data set. So one thing we might want to filter on, or you might want to filter on when you're working with this play data set, is plays nullified by penalties. So those might not necessarily be the best when building a tackle probability model. There's only about 337 plays that are nullified by a tackle. That might be something you want to keep in mind as a potential feature to filter the data on. In terms of play type, we've got a pretty even pass run split, and we might look at those a little bit differently. And then when we look at the passes, it says in the data that we've got a code for incomplete passes, scrambles, completions, etc. Well, the only data we've been given is completions or scrambles. Everything else is a run play. So there's no incomplete passes in this data set. Another important thing to keep in mind when preparing the data and thinking about the pass frames in particular. Now, one of the interesting things about this year compared to last year is the event sequencing and how it differs from pass plays versus run plays. So last year, we got pretty much every play starting at the snap. Actually, it would start about a half a second before the snap. That's not the case with this data set, which if you just jump into it and get your XG model, or your XG boost printing out probabilities without looking at it, you may run into some troubles, because the passing plays don't actually start at the snap. They start when the pass arrives. So what we're looking at here is which event comes first in a play. So a majority of the time for pass plays, when the pass arrives at the player, that's the first event we see in the tracking data. The run is there because we have some scrambles in that pass play data, and then pass outcome caught occurs as well. So it's either pass arriving or pass being caught. For running plays, it's when the ball is snapped. So running plays, we've got more of a complete picture of the play. Passing plays, it's when the pass arrives to the receiver and whether or not we're going to tackle the receiver. Kind of different ways to view run plays versus pass plays. Without spending too much time going into the nitty gritty, we've done some of that work to get the data set ready. I've built a bunch of features for a attacker probability model. I didn't show on here distance calculations. I know Nick has taken everybody through those before. A lot of this Nick's taken people through. This is the basic setup. But we've got our X, Y, speeds, acceleration, orientation, and direction for the ball carrier, for the defender, etc. The goal is going to be to model the probability of a tackle given these variables we're going to put into the model for defender I on play J at time T, meaning every 10th of a second, what's the probability that a defender is going to make the tackle? Have we built that model yet? No. We'll talk about that on the next slide. I've got my SAS code ready to go. While the rest of you are playing Pokemon Go while you're sitting on the toilet, I'm writing SAS code in my notes app, getting this bad boy ready to go. So the SAS code is there. We just need a little moolah for the software. I got the entire program in my notes app right next to my grocery list.
I see where this is going.
I like it.
You can't agree. Okay. No one agree with Sam. All right. That was what y'all were working on this week, and what you're going to be working on this coming week. Let's go to blockers. That was good, though. That's a really good update, y'all. This first blocker is... Okay, the first blocker is SAS. I guess I should have known. I heard that... Is this true that next week you guys are going to, like, bring on a rep?
I think we got something in the works. I've been cold calling on LinkedIn SaaS reps. I think I might even fly one in. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we might have a SaaS rep come, give chat a little pitch, give you the hard sell, and see if we can get this project rolling.
Well, as the team owner, I'll take any and all contact. Who knows where the competitive advantage is these days?
What was the price again for SaaS?
It's a measly $8,600 per user. That's probably like your standard version, just like a car. If you're gonna buy something quality, you want to get the leather seats, you want to get the moon roof. So let's not put hard numbers on it, but a little bit more than that maybe per person. Maybe 50K. Who knows?
Someone in chat said it's 8.6 family dinners. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Okay. All right. SaaS is a blocker. I stand with. Okay. Next, I heard you were working on like yak work. Was that?
Yeah. So I love abbreviations. That doesn't stand for yard after catch though. That stands for yard work at Chase Avenue, which is where my house is at. I wasn't able to get around to modeling or doing much more than you saw because I had to spend the entire weekend raking leaves. I got kids, I got a dog. And so really, I think if you want to remove a blocker, I've got gloves, I've got an extra rake, I've got a wheelbarrow, just swing on over. After work, we can knock this out in 4 to 8 hours. It's only a half an acre property.
I misunderstood the yard. I thought you were talking about yardage work, not your actual lawn. I thought you were talking about broken tackle stuff.
That stuff is trivial. I mean, just set the computer up, boom. Model that shit out easy. No, this is about yard work. I need help with yard work.
Okay. All right. Next. There was, Ghetto Bob keeps sending me receipts. I don't know. They're just a message. They're not even a message. He just sends me a DM with a picture of a receipt. Does anyone know what's going on here?
He's told me the other day he went to buy coffee, so
he's expensing his coffee.
He drinks a lot, so it could be that.
Next. I don't know what "is this not a full-time job?" means. What does this mean?
Yeah, I think I can take you through that one. So Jordan pinged me on the side, and he was like, dude, nobody's reached out to me from HR with paperwork. I haven't heard, is this remote or do I have to relocate? I haven't gotten my laptop yet. Have you gotten any of those things? I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I think Jordan may have quit his job thinking this was a full-time analytics position. He made it sound like he went nuclear on his last job. He crossed the Rubicon. There's no going back.
Hold on. He said Sam is an amazing coworker. I didn't know what that meant until now.
I mean, I think he was a little scared to tell you, so I was like, look, I got you. I'll ask Nick what the situation is. I'm not the messenger here, though. I think you need to tell him that, he needs to go beg for his old job back.
Okay. I'll deal with that offline. There is one announcement I want to make. Just in terms of work tracking, I have just to log hours and stuff, right? I have a way for just clocking in hours. So I just want to walk everyone through I sent everyone the link to this portal, but I want everyone to just use this. Whenever you're doing big data bowl work, just, log in. When you go to the link, at the top right, there's a login button, right? So go ahead and click that login button. Then it will take you to the login page. Okay, so there's a login page that looks like this. And then you're going to see the login tab. So remember, this is not the login page. This is like a sign up page. So don't sign up again. You have a login. So you'll see like the button for login. It's actually, don't click that. Don't click that button. You're going to click for organizations. So when you click for organizations, you're going to go to the organization login. You might want to type in your email address. You don't do that. So don't do that, because what you need to do is actually you got to click the next button, because that's going to drop down the password thing. So if you don't do these things, you're going to have to restart the process. So when you click next, you'll get the password. That's when you log in, right? So just put in your email and put in your password. Then it'll log you in, and then there's this like page. And this page, you might think it's 2FA, but it's actually not 2FA. So this is actually when I had you guys write your username and put in a PIN. This is where you're going to put in your username, which is not your email, and then you're going to put in your PIN, right? And this PIN is not your password. This is so like the hours get clocked in. So once you're through there, your hours, you could actually see your hours posted. So, and like I just put it in for you guys yesterday, so I just put some hours in there for you. So it's pretty easy. Just use this as reference, and you guys have the slides. So like one way that they've told me to, like an easy way to remember it is lawn pup, which is login, click organizational login, click next, login with password, and then when you're in, log in with your user ID, and then use your PIN. Are you guys are good, right?
Do we get like the time accounted that we need to log in, or is that like that time not accounted for? Like, because I think that sometimes could take me a while.
Message me how long. It shouldn't take that long. Like, it's pretty clear.
I'm not the best person at mazes, so I could get lost here or there.
I don't think it's a maze though. It seems pretty. I don't know. It's like 2FA. It's kind of like 2FA.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I noticed right after I logged in, I get automated emails and text messages every hour saying my password is going to expire in the next 48 hours and I need to change it. Is there a way to extend the time window and maybe reduce the frequency of those notifications? Because it's going off every hour.
We'll see. I'll take a look. It's free. It's free software, so I don't know. I thought it was pretty easy, but all right, maybe not.
Seems easy enough.
Okay. I think you have an announcement here, Sam.
I don't want to brag or anything, but with this Big Data Bowl team contract, I invested in some crypto. That went pretty well for me. You guys know which one I'm talking about. I was able to use some of that to fund a startup. It got me thinking, why are we grinding out data science projects to win 5K when we as a team could be making 500 million? I want to introduce an opportunity, Nick. Think about it. It's going to be going fast though, so can't think about it long, but I've been powering my late night sessions with an energy drink from my adopted country of Moldova. I don't want to bring it to you. It's called High Divide. High Divide is a natural energy drink that is set to skyrocket. It is set to go to the moon. It combines the best of energy drinks with the best of natural supplements. It'll help you be an absolute Chad like 15th century Moldova prince and conqueror Stefan Chelmari. It's going to help us get Lambos. It's going to help us get cash. It's going to help us go to the moon. I talked to Tim about it on the side. He said this is the next Red Bull. Idavai is Moldova's premium energy drink. It's made with a special blend of hot goat's milk, fenugreek, garlic, dill, and other proprietary ingredients. The health benefits of this product are numerous. Idavai does with a certainty all of the following. It's going to give you extreme energy boosts. I've been coding at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., waking up with the kids at 5, and still having a full productive day. It's going to cure low T. So for all you older gentlemen out there, it's going to get your T back up to the levels of a young 20-year-old. And it's known for weight loss. So if you're looking to shed a few pounds, High Divide is your drink of choice. I'm coming to you with a special offer to invest, but I'm also coming to chat with a special offer at High Divide, which is the go-to energy drink of Nick Wan's Big Data Bowl team, can be bought for the low, low price of $19.95. 6 monthly installments. You can just call me at the number below, 1-800-HIGH-DIVIDE, and this product can be yours. And I'm offering this to you now, just putting it out there that, I'm talking with a certain podcaster, can't name names, but his name rhymes with Mo Brogan. And he's calling this the next ice bath in terms of, a health product. I think Rogers is going to be in. We're pitching this with the tagline, Greek, dill, and fenugreek in a drink, only with High Divide. Dare to sip the unexpected. You may still be a little skeptical, so let me introduce you to our management team.
Is this you? This is actually you, though.
This is actually me. On a fine summer's evening in the village of Molesky Mic in Moldova with my boys, I've got a lot of trust in these guys. I have known these guys for a long time. So we got Niku. He's the mastermind. He's my master brewer. You can see his barrels of High Divide in the basement. Keeps him down there. Keeps him down there in casks. For the fermentation process, you want to get a little funk. That's where some of the health properties come from. Get a little funk going. That's me with our CEO, Pavel. We got Tim and Vlad. Tim is North American sales. Vlad is European sales. Mihai is our CTO. And then Dima, of course, in Moldova, not the best environment. You got some shady business going on, so we got Dima for security. Keep things safe and tight. Nick Wan could be the next person on this management team. Another angel investor. I'm going to leave it with Epic Sax Guy, a Moldovan legend, to take it away.
Your announcement was to lure me into a Moldovan energy drink company.
Look, if you can own a sports team, you can own an energy drink. I mean, look at the synergy with Red Bull Salzburg, Red Bull New York. This is not the first time sports and energy drinks have come together.
I'm going to think about it, Sam. I'm going to think about it.
Okay. Just saying. There's deals going left and right. I'm in talks with lots of people here. You want to get in on this spaceship at the ground floor, man.
Another announcement. This one's from Tim. Tim, take it away.
Yeah, I had my bachelor's graduation party on Saturday. I did not have time to work on the project there, but it was a great time, and I'm ready to look forward with our project.
Nice. Claps in chat for Tim graduating. Maybe in a few years after we win the Big Data Bowl, you can invest in goat juice or whatever that was. What are we doing this week? What is happening on this team this week? It sounds like we're doing some sort of tackle probability model. There's a lot of feature engineering needed. It sounds like we got to talk to Tim about American football, an important distinction. I will try to figure out the SAS thing, and it sounds like I have to talk to Jordan about what this team is in terms of a team and not a full-time job. And I have to talk to Ghetto Bob about his expense reports, because this is, yet again, a team and not a job.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm going to muddle along in R broke little open source language while I can. In fact, I think we'll definitely have some tackle probability model stuff done to share next week. But SAS is really what's going to get us there.
All right. Well, thank y'all, and I will talk to you next week. But thanks for being on.
All right.
you.
See you, Nick.
All right. Bye, y'all. There you go, chat. There you go. With yet another week of being an owner of a big dateable team. There are just some things that I didn't expect. Hopefully that was fun. Hopefully it's good, chat. Hopefully it's getting an inside look at week to week big dateable team stuff. We still don't know what the team name is. Should we be the High Device Sprite Coins? The Wannabes? The High Devi Andes? The Wanatabes? Doug? The High Devi Reds? The Nick Wan High Devi Goats? The High Devi KFCs? The Jabroni Ponies? Okay. The Los Rojos de Football Americano? The High Devi Sassies? The High Devi Rajitos? The Cussy Quantifiers? Jesus. High Devi Platonic Dissemination? Jason High Devi? Team name, yes, 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 football so good. That's pretty solid.